Well, guys, we got to talk about Jeremy Lefebvre, aka Financial Education, because once again, one of his favorite stocks is down and just continuing to go down, and people are losing money. It's just you can't make this stuff up. So this is going to be one of those, classic Jeremy Financial Education roast videos because let's be honest. Are you really ever going to get tired of seeing Jeremy Lefebvre get roasted or talk bad about? Probably not, right? Because he really is one of the worst on YouTube. He really is. But I just wanted to talk about this because it's just so funny. This guy, this guy spent, and he didn't just pump PayPal. We're talking about PayPal stock, by the way, but he didn't just pump PayPal on his main channel, Financial Education. If we scroll down a little bit, he pumped it on his other channel. Jeremy Lefebvre Makes Money. So now he's got two channels where he's basically saying PayPal's going to go to the moon. I'm loading up on PayPal, I'm buying everything. Look at this. Look at this video. 1 month ago, PayPal stock, buy and don't stop buying. What did I tell you guys about YouTubers who make titles like this? Now, I understand. Sometimes you got to clickbait a little bit on YouTube to get the views. I completely understand. But remember, you are a content creator. As a content creator, that involves creativity. I always say you need to figure out a way to be creative enough to create a title that will get people to click without completely clickbaiting them. Or even if you're not clickbaiting, this goes to be honest, titles like this are just downright irresponsible. Because what will happen is you'll see some people who may not have time to watch your video, or they just don't want to watch your video, but they're like, oh, but this is still my favorite stock guy. He says buy PayPal and don't stop buying. Well, the way retail investors think, which I think is very flawed, which is why I give a huge shout out to people like Stone Cold Investors. I'm sorry, he changed his name. What's his name now? Investing with Jesse, Fabio Capital Mindset. I give a lot of credit to those guys now because what they do is they don't live by this weird retail investment thesis that just because a stock is down 80% from highs, that's the bottom, it's time to buy. They pull out the valuation models, the DCF models. They're actually doing real financial analysis and evaluating a stock to see if it's undervalued or not. And I actually appreciate it because Fabio Capital Mindset just recently made a video on PayPal, and he was like, to be honest with you guys, it's kind of at fair value depending on certain factors. Like Fabio was like, I still don't think that this stock is like super ridiculously dirt cheap, the same way that he felt that Facebook Meta stock was dirt cheap back when it was trading at like $80 a share. You know what I mean? And so it's just so funny because I think that's kind of the way that Jeremy invests, or at least that's the way he's investing now. Because I noticed that a lot of the companies that he's been picking, the new companies he's been picking, and don't make no mistake about it, folks, he got lucky with Meta. But, he picked Meta, he picked PayPal. This is really what I think Jeremy did. I'm not even joking because I still to this day have never seen him do any sort of stock valuation ever. This is honestly what I think he did. I think he looked at Meta and said, wow, Meta's down like 70% from all-time highs. PayPal's down like 70% from 2021 highs. This stock is down whatever percent from highs. Let me just go ahead and buy it. That is really how I believe that this guy invests his money. And it's just absolutely mind-blowing because fast forward to right now, PayPal is down almost 6% today. Apparently some activist investor, some guy who had a lot of money, Elliott Investment Management or whatever, basically sold their entire stake or his entire stake, whatever. And what they're saying in the headlines is that's the reason why the stock is down. I don't know if that's true or not. If you want my honest opinion, I have no idea why the stock is down. But it's still funny to crap on Jeremy because if we go back to his videos, he's literally been pumping PayPal stock for the last like 3 months, just buying the dip, I'm buying. PayPal's going to make us a lot of money. And then if you go to his comments, that's another interesting thing. Let me see if the comments are actually here. I'll click on the video real quick. If you actually go to his comments, yeah, here it is right here. You have a lot of people in the comments who are saying things like, oh, PayPal is going to go to $100 by the end of this year. My question to people who say that is like, what's your thesis? Like, where's your proof? Like, do people just make up crap? Or do they actually have a real thesis behind what they say? Like, I kind of see why Jeremy has some of the followers he has. Like, they think just like him. Like, Jeremy's like the king of like the average retail investor who is just what you would call an unsophisticated investor. They just don't understand stocks on a deep enough level to outperform the S&P 500. You know what I mean? And it's because they say things like this. You know, this guy right here who's saying PayPal to $100 by the end of this year, that reminds me of last year when Stock Mo said that the S&P was going to go to like 5,000, and I think the S&P closed at like 4,200 or maybe lower. I don't remember, but it definitely didn't go to 5,000. It's just crazy. It's like people just make crazy predictions, and it's like, dude, where are you getting this stuff from? Because if you want my honest opinion, I do think PayPal could potentially might do well in the long term. I'm not bold enough to just randomly come out and say, oh, it's going to go to $100, you know, by the end of the year. It's like, dude, you don't know. Like, who knows? The thing could trade sideways for the rest of the year. You just don't know. Now, I do want to make it clear, believe it or not, I do own PayPal. Yes, I do. I actually did buy some PayPal. My average cost is $61 per share. Let me go ahead and go back to the chart. So I'm down a little bit. I'm down like 2-3% or whatever. I don't know, 4%, whatever, something. I'm down a little bit because now the thing is at 5%. And I just want to make it clear, I'm just crapping on Jeremy. I actually don't think that PayPal is a bad company. I really don't. Like, I actually like it too. I'm just trying to explain to you guys just how funny it is. We're really just making fun of Jeremy here because it's just hilarious how every stock this guy touches just goes to the gutter. Like this, besides Meta, which like I said, he got really lucky on, it was just pure luck. This guy just can't catch a break, or better yet, the stocks can't catch a break from him because Jeremy's like a curse. It's like as soon as he starts talking about something, it almost makes you want to like rethink your thesis. You're like, okay, well, if he likes it, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Because I'm not going to lie to you. That's how I felt. I bought PayPal maybe like a month or two ago. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember when I bought PayPal first. But basically when PayPal went to like $61 a share, I was like, okay, I'm willing to take a little gamble here. Because you guys know I'm mostly S&P 500 anyway. But I was willing to take a gamble. But once I started seeing videos from Jeremy pumping the heck out of this stock on 2 different channels saying buy PayPal and never stop buying and all that, I started rethinking my own thesis. I'm like, okay, let me go back and look at this stock because if this guy likes it, that means I got to be doing something wrong. Because the way I look at Jeremy is whatever he does, you should be doing the opposite. And had you done the opposite of what Jeremy did when Jeremy said buy PayPal and never stop buying, had you shorted it, you'd be making a lot of money right now. That's really what this guy is. He's that kind of indicator, so it's just hilarious. But yeah, that's really it. I'm really just crapping on Jeremy because it's just so unbelievable that all the stocks he talks about just go down. I mean, stocks can't catch a break from Jeremy. Jeremy is the ultimate curse. Seriously, if you're a billionaire and you want to see a company like burn to the ground, like if for example, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, like if Elon Musk just like hates Zuckerberg, all he has to do is just tell Jeremy, just say you're buying it. That stock's going to go to the freaking gutter. Like everything this guy does. And then you could clearly see he's got the big words by the way, I've always hated the way this guy made his thumbnails. I never understood it. Like the guy freaking makes thumbnails like a 3-year-old. It's unbelievable that he gets views making thumbnails like this. It's like you honestly almost got to kind of give it to him. Like clearly people find this guy entertaining or informational, or they just like him. The fact that he puts very low effort into his videos. Like he literally films on like a freaking iPhone, which I film from an iPhone too. So I guess I can't talk too much crap, but at least I got a green screen. At least I'm doing something. But, he films from an iPhone. His thumbnails look like absolute garbage, like something my freaking 6-year-old niece could make. Like, unbelievable. But, yeah, another Jeremy stock in the gutter. That doesn't mean that Jeremy's, I don't want to say Jeremy stock. That doesn't mean that PayPal won't do better in the future. Because, like I said, I'm actually pretty bullish on PayPal. I like PayPal where it's at. And, if it keeps going lower, honestly, unless anything changes, I would just buy more. I also like that they have a new CEO, and I looked at his background, and he seems to be the right man for the job, but you just never know. We'll have to see how he performs. Anyway, good old classic video, me crapping on Jeremy, because it just doesn't get old, especially when his favorite stock is down 5%. Anyway, guys, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.